Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny. We have had quite the jam-packed week. Of course, it started with update 2.0.4, which was deployed earlier this week to address a lot of the smaller bugs and issues. There's a lot of really great fixes here, in addition to a couple of quality of life improvements, like being able to track multiple bounties or pursuits. That is definitely very nice. The update also brought the start of Destiny's Halloween event, Festival of the Lost. The Iron Banner is also back, and the Dreaming City is back to full curse mode. Time to summon those spaghetti monsters. A lot to go over this week, so let's jump into it. Alright, so jumping right into it, let's talk about what's going on this week. So first up, we have the start of the Festival of the Lost. This is the Halloween themed event. It started this week and will run through November 6th. So first off, the event of course brings a batch of new cosmetics, including this Soulja Boy dance and this incredibly amazing kitty cat ghost that I just have to have. Now, it hurts me to say, but unfortunately the shaders leave much to be desired. One of the redeeming qualities of the previous festival event in Destiny 1 was the glowing shaders and of course the super black shader. Those were really awesome, but that's okay because there's plenty of other cool stuff like this Siva ship. You can see a Siva logo right on the wing. I really don't think this actually means anything. I think it's just sort of like ship cosplay, if you will. But anyways, moving on, this event also brings a brand new activity called the Haunted Forest. It utilizes the Infinite Forest from Curse of Osiris to the potential that we all knew that it had. Provide an endless, randomly generated space where it's all about getting kills. The Haunted Forest sends you and a potential fire team through several waves or branches of defeating enemies, not unlike the Blind Well. When you get enough enemy kills, this will unlock the boss room where you'll have to burn down a boss and then move on to the second branch. You basically have 15 minutes to see how many branches of the Haunted Forest that you can clear, and there's even a triumph for clearing 7. Completing the forest grants you a new consumable known as the Fragmented Soul, and so do daily and weekly bounties given to you by Amanda, the event vendor. And also, as a quick point of advice, Amanda's bounties do actually reset at 5 p.m. Pacific, unlike the usual 10 a.m. So you can use these souls, these fragmented souls, you can save them up to purchase masks, or you can save them up for this god roll auto rifle called Horror Story. Like the name kind of implies, it's sort of a clone of the origin story with the exception of having Zen Moment. And of course, not to mention the fact that it is at 600 power, it is fully masterworked, and it is a year 2 weapon, which means you can put whatever weapon mods you want into it. So that's definitely pretty cool, definitely worth saving up those fragmented souls. Now, another piece of unfortunate reality is the fact that you can't actually use the 600 power fully masterworked Horror Story to infuse your other kinetic weapons. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to farm this to get all your weapons up to 600. But anyways, it's nice to have at least one at 600, especially if you're right on the cusp. Now, if that wasn't enough, the actual event masks are a little bit more complicated and do a lot more than they did in Destiny 1. They now actually feature a choice of one of 3 unique perks that you can grind out and level up over time. Very similar to how armor worked in Solstice of Heroes. Now, when you pick a mod, you can't actually change your mind, so just keep that in mind. And unfortunately, the perk that you unlock only works inside the Haunted Forest, so it seems like it's meant to more help you get further and further inside of the forest. It's definitely your incentive to unlock these perks because you have the same 15 minutes, and if you can squeeze a few more of those fragmented souls out of each run, it's definitely going to add up. Now, in addition to that, on October 30th, for the final week of the event, we will be tasked in solving the mystery behind Master Ives' murder. There's some spoilery things about this questline that I really don't want to touch on too much. The only hint I'll give is that it does revolve around a certain returning exotic that might be returning a little bit earlier than some of us might have thought. If you know the rumor I'm talking about, it's essentially confirmed because of some matching information that we found in the database after the latest update. Anyways, I have to say overall, I think it's a very successful event. At least I think it really will be. It's still in the first week, but I don't really see any reason why it wouldn't be. Of course, we still have the rest of the event, not to mention the murder mystery. I think it's going to be pretty cool, and I think we're going to remember this as a pretty successful event, very much like the Solstice of Heroes. Now, my only bit of feedback about the event was that I was hoping that it would be slightly more over the top. I think there could have been more decorations around the tower. Maybe the tower could have been a little bit spookier. I don't know. But it's still pretty awesome. Anyways, let me know what you think of the event down below. Now, if that wasn't enough, we of course have the return of Iron Banner. It is back, and the bounties are going to be a lot easier to actually accomplish. Not only that, but they will actually each be now granting you a piece of powerful gear, so it's definitely going to be worth your time to grind it out. It really doesn't seem like it's going to take that long to actually finish these bounties, which is very nice. And in addition to that, we do have the double Valor going on throughout the week, and in the weekend we're going to have triple Valor, so definitely take advantage of that, especially if you need to finish up those bounties. Aside from that, we do have the return of the full curse week. It is week 3 yet again, meaning that we have the best chance of summoning the meatball during Gambit for the Malfeasance. I got super lucky last night. The first game of Gambit that I played gave me that special boss, and I totally panicked, of course, but luckily the blueberries and I pulled together and we got it done. Now, moving on, in addition to that, we got the reopening of the Shattered Throne dungeon. This is where you can get the Last Wish bow in addition to a few more powerful drops. You know, with all of these extra sources of powerful gear this week, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people finally hit that 600 mark. I can almost taste it myself. I think I'm at 599 right now. But anyways, let me know what you're working on this week. I'll be focusing on the dungeon, of course, Gambit and the Iron Banner. I do want to grind out more Infamy and get my Malfeasance as well, so I might be doing that a lot this weekend. And of course, I finally still have to beat Dul and Karu. I have the Last Wish, but I haven't actually beaten the final boss, so this is definitely the week to do it. So if you enjoyed the video, a like is much appreciated. If you want more Nerd On gaming content, be sure to subscribe for more daily updates. We also have a podcast. It's sort of our bread and butter here at Nerd On, and you can check that out. Links, of course, down below. Anyways, thanks for watching, happy gaming, and I will see you all next time.